back into the wild, living a wild life.
Having
Over
200
100 elephants are right now in Savo among its all 3 units on the process of being reintroduced, 25 in the nursery.
270, that's a significant amount. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're looking for
They're saying
food.
hello.
Any other question?
What are the consequences for the poachers?
Behind bars forever, if found.
Wow.
But in most cases, they're not found.
Oh, that sucks.
How much do they weigh? An elephant at birth weighs between 80 to 100 kilos. Fully grown, heaviest female weighs up to 6 tons. Heaviest bull weighs up to about 7 tons. The elephant right in front of me is between 5 to 600 kilos, approximately. Yes.
Yeah, 12, 1300.
When we release them back into the wild, we only monitor them physically for the first 5 years. But when they join a herd of wild elephants, we don't track them, we don't microchip them, we don't keep monitoring them. We want them to stay as much natural as possible, and we don't want to interfere with the natural life. But some of them do visit our units in Savo in the wild herds. Most of the females come back to show the newborn wild babies once they give birth in the wild. So that helps us to know how they're doing.
Do they know the routine or
Look at this one going back to greet.
Yes.
How long has ivory poaching been illegal?
Come again. Less noise, please. Less noise, please.
How long has ivory poaching been illegal?
How long is?
Like the ivory, been illegal.
How long has ivory poaching been illegal?
Oh, in Kenya for quite a long time. It has been legal for quite a long time. It has never been
You've
legal
already
in
had
Kenya.
yours. Now go away.
Any other question? Yes. When we rescue them, how do we bring them here? We fly them because the rescue has to be done within the shortest time possible. So if you delay for a day or two, you find them already dead. And our roads are not good. If you go by road, it might take 1 day to go, another day to come back. So we fly them to Wilson Airport and drive them to the nursery on a
They
pickup.
must
They take
sedate
them in
them.
those helicopters, yeah. We've seen that. Yeah. That's so cool.
How do we know when it is time to let them start living? In the nursery, it depends on age and character.
Here comes more.
One has to be over 3 years, and the character of being independent, wanting to be all alone, wanting to do their own things, shows that they're ready to go. But while in Savo, once we've taken them to the next stage in Savo, they decide by themselves when they're ready, because we take them out to the park, our team will walk them out to the park and bring them back home every evening. If they feel they don't want to come back, they just decide to stay out by themselves. So they make that choice all by themselves. But in the nursery is age and character. Yes. Yes.
This one wants more.
The bottles that you're feeding.
What is in the bottles that are feeding on? The milk that we are feeding the elephants is not an elephant's milk. Simply because it is not very easy to milk a wild elephant. At the same time, we cannot feed them on cow's milk, since cow's milk has got lots of fats. And elephants are poor in fat digestion. You feed them on cow's milk, they will diarrhea to death. So that's why we feed them on a human baby formula.
Oh,
Those fats have been emulsified to make it easier for the babies to digest. And it took the founder of this place, the late Dr. Sheldrick, about 28 years to discover that this is the right formula for them. Before that, she used the try and error method and lost most of the first orphans. Once she pioneered this formula, most orphans have survived and gone back into the world. And that's why it is believed to be close to the real mother's milk. We feed them on intervals of 3 hours, day and night. And one elephant takes about 24 liters of milk in a day. We add some minerals, some vitamins, and some porridge in the milk as well.
They drink about, what, 15 gallons of... Oh, come on.
If there are no more questions, I will go ahead and mention the group that is just joining us now. And I will start with the elephant on my right, complaining and demanding for more milk. Her name is Sholomai. She happens to be the latest arrival in the nursery. She's approximately 2.5 years old. She was rescued from Laikipia, found on a private land near Doldol Conservancy, collapsed all alone, without the rest of the family members. And her condition could tell that she was starving because she was very thin and skinny. And even if you look at her now compared to the others, she's still skinny just because she's not had or she's
Yeah,
not been
look at her
out
face.
for a long time to get
It's
enough food.
sunken
So
still.
that is why even she's complaining
one
to get
is it?
more.
Over there.
The one
She's
drinking?
2.5.
No, the one.
behind?
Next to Sholomai is
This one.
Ellerai. And Ellerai is 3 years old. Ellerai was rescued from Amboseli National Park. Ellerai was found stuck in a drying swamp due to the drought. That's why we rescued him. On my right is Tingai, 2.5, almost 3 years old. And Tingai was rescued from Samburu,
Oh, here comes more.
found with a big spear wound on the back, which is believed to have been caused by human beings. And that's why he was separated from his family. Right now, he's approximately 2.5 years old. In front of Tingai is an elephant with the name Mukutan. And Mukutan is 2 years old. Mukutan was rescued from Laikipia. He was found in a community farm in a maize plantation with all the rest of the family members. It is believed that the rest of the herd went into people's farms to feed on the crops. The owners came out to chase them away. He lost direction from the rest of the family members and was identified a day later. By the time he was found, nobody knew where the mother was or where the rest of the family members were, and he was too young to have survived all alone without milk and protection, and that's why we rescued him. On my right is Silaita, who is slightly over 2 years, and playing the role of the main matriarch, or the mother figure, of all the elephants that we've got in the nursery. Silaita was rescued from Samburu after she had been separated from her family by human beings, and so she's a victim of human-water conflict.
See how skinny she is,
Directly
too.
in front
That
of me
other
is
one.
Mashuru, who is approximately 2.5
That
years,
one's so skinny.
having been rescued from Amboseli ecosystem, a victim of human-water conflict in conjunction with starvation due to drought. The big one getting water from the water trough is an elephant with the name Ahmed, and Ahmed is slightly over 3 years. You might have realized that Ahmed did not get the milk here. Ahmed plus 2 others have had the milk elsewhere before coming down because they are over the age of 3 years. We are preparing them to go to Savo anytime now. We are feeding them in the truck that will be transporting them to Savo. So we want them to get used to getting into this truck so that when it is time to go, they don't find it strange. So we always feed them in this truck before coming down. Ahmed was rescued from Savo Conservation Area. She was found standing next to the mother. The mother was starved to death and the baby left alone, trying to protect the
starved.
body of the mother. That is why we rescue her. Right now she is almost 3.5 years.
What's that noise?
Behind Ahmed on the other side is Rafiki, also over 3 years, ready to go back into the world right here. And Rafiki was rescued from Samburu. He is another starvation victim due to drought. Anytime in the course of the month, he will also be going to Savo and start the process of being reintroduced. Right in the middle here is Chopper. And Chopper is 3 years old. Chopper was found also standing next to the dead body of the mother. The mother was starved to death.